Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. All right, pick one. Let's start talking about it.
Okay, so first off, we'll start with our outside the waistband holster. Pancake style, fits nice and flush to your body, has a little bit of curvature with it. So even though it's an outside, you can still put a shirt over it and kind of like discreetly carry. A lot of it is OptiCut open bottom adjustable retention. With the outside the waistbands, our belt loops, you can move them up and down so you can cant them on your hip for your preferred draw. Moving on down, we have our inside the waistband holsters. Our standard inside comes with our Kydex belt clip here, which the belt clip is cantable as well, so you can remove one of the screws, cant the clip either which way direction. OptiCut open bottom adjustable retention, which is basically standard with all of our holsters. One of the cool things that we don't really highlight too much, but we have in the holsters is we use these metal springs for our retention. So we kind of moved away from the rubbers because rubbers hold memory. When you squeeze them down, you go to loosen them, it comes a little bit loose. Springs, they never hold that memory, so you can adjust the retention a year from now and still have a good fit. Moving on down is our Alpha upgrade, so same exact holster mold as our inside, just has updated attachments. So you get two spring steel metal belt clips and a concealment wing for added concealment whenever you inside the waistband carry. And these clips are super strong and super durable.
I was looking at that a minute ago. They seem pretty robust.
And one of the cool things that we did with our clips is the way that we have this made and folded is it's a nice clean fold in here, so whenever you put on your belt, your pant, and you go to like take it off at the end of the day, it's not going to rip or tear or anything like that. And then we have this little bump in here, so that way whenever you put it on your belt, it's going to move it and make it sit in this little divot there, so every time you go and draw, it's definitely not coming out or moving at all. Next up is we have our Mod 1 holster. This is our inside the waistband appendix carry system. Basically, we made this in partnership with 1 Minute Out, Jamie Caldwell, and basically it's our inside the waistband holster with an added magazine car. Alpha upgrade attachments, so you get the metal clips and the concealment wing. Like I said, again, everything is OptiCut open bottom adjustable retention. And
I like that hinge.
yes, the hinge is amazing. So this screw right here actually adjusts the retention of the hinge, so you can tighten it down to have it lock in place, or you can loosen it and have your mag flex with your body if you're going from sitting and standing.
Us big boys, we have to have that deep concealed carry, and as we eat, we got to have the holster to flex with us.
Oh yeah.
Is that right, Dooley?
And then one of the cool things about our Mod 1 is you can adjust the right height of this mag as well. So you can move these up and down the screws here, and then we have holes to adjust the belt clip to move with it as well. We made sure that we didn't make the magazine sit too far down, so that way it sits nice and high, so it's easily to grab whenever you're going and reaching for it.
I've got a competitor's sidecar carry thing, and it digs in right there, and so...
But yeah, moving on down is entering our light-bearing line of holsters. This is our new release of SHOT Show this year, is our Gen 6 line of our light-bearing holsters. So basically what we did a couple of years ago is we've been continuously updating the molds of which we make our holsters from. And so finally we updated all of our light-bearing molds. So now all of our light bearings have our Gen 6 features. So part of the features is a nice big optic cut, and it actually flares out to accommodate your larger red dots like the Trijicon SROs, the Acro P2s. One of the other cool things that we did is we included stiffening ridges throughout the holster, so that way it reduces flex, movement, no crackage, breakage, stuff like that. With our inside the waistband holsters here, you'll notice compared to if you've been following us and you've seen our older light bearing stuff, you'll see that with our Gen 6 line, you'll see 4 retention screw holes. So before we only had the 2, now we have 4 retention screws. And that really comes in handy with the Alpha upgrade, because now you get nice space between the clip and the wing, so easy to put on, easy to take off, and having that wing a little bit out there is really going to help tuck the grip of the gun in better whenever you're concealed carrying. Then we have our outside the waistband tactical holster. So, like I said, Gen 6, We went pretty intense with the stiffening ribs.
That's aggressive right there.
It's very aggressive, and that really gets rid of any type of, creaks or breakage that you're going to get with the holsters, especially if you're running these for duty, training, stuff like that. A lot of those guys are a little bit rougher on the outside of the waistband tactical holster, so we wanted to make sure that we incorporated as much strength and rigidity into the holster, so that way they can run it continuously for years and not have to worry about having it break on you, stuff like that. And then one of the cool things with the Gen 6 light bearing line is we have a dual retention screw system for the weapon light channel, so that way you're going to get a nice click with your weapon light. You're not going to get any movement, stuff like that. And then just like before, nice big optic cut for your very large optics. Everything we do has tall sight channels up to a 1/2 inch for your suppressor height sights, open bottom, and adjustable retention.
This is where I'm glad you just have these for last.
Best for last. So this is our chest rig. This is our Denali. So a couple cool things about our Denali here is obviously it is optic cut. We have a little bit more of backing on here, and that's so whenever you're running an optic, having this big back plate is going to help, protect your optic. You're not going to have it rub up against you, your clothes, snag on it, stuff like that. Adjustable retention, open bottoms to fit, longer barrel lengths, threaded barrels, stuff like that. What we did is we made it very flat. So this is going to sit nice and flat against your chest. You're not going to have to worry about it moving on you, any sharp lines, stuff like that. With the straps here, you can actually adjust the positionings of these strap holders here. So that way you can change how you have the gun centered on your chest. If you want more straight up and down, side to side, for your draw and your, whenever you go to draw it.
Are these revolver and semi-automatic pistols?
Yes. So right now, this is our chest rigs have the fewest selection of firearms available because it is a little bit more niche.
Right.
I know that we carry like the Glock 9mm line, the 45 cal line. We have the Smith & Wesson M&P line, so the 9mm, the 10s, the 45s as well.
Zachary 10.
Perfect. Yeah, we definitely have one for that. The Springfield XDM line. We have the SIG line, so the P320s and the X10s. And then we have the Smith & Wesson X-frame models available in this as well. And that one's a big one.
I carry a King Cobra, and it's hard to find things to fit because it's not a mainstream gun. So
Yeah.
that's cool though. I figured it would be the bigger hunting pistols that you had. But I do like that. It's got a lot.
Yeah.
The chest rig I have, that's a lot better. It looks like the straps are a lot more convenient than what I have. Plus, they have Molly on there.
Yes, every single strap on here has Molly webbing on it, so you can put flashlights, spare
Magazine
magazines,
hose,
knife, anything that you need. One of the other cool things is we wanted to make it as simple as possible, so you only have to worry about connecting it at one point here. You would undo this, and basically it gets put on you just like a seatbelt. So you loop your arm through this hole, and then this strap will come around your back, and you just clip it into place right here. And then, like I said, every single strap is adjustable as well, so you can adjust it to your shape if you want it tighter for just like on a t-shirt, or you can loosen it to put it over bigger coats and stuff like that.
No.
And then one of the last features is we have little rolled up edges, so the edges of the holsters aren't going to snag on you or anything like that.
Now, you said your modes, are these vacuum formed? Or
Yes.
heat pressed, or how? I'm just asking.
So what we do is we'll get a sheet of Kydex, we'll put it in a heat press, and then all of our molds are metal aluminum molds. And so once we heat up the Kydex, we'll put it over the mold, vacuum form it to the mold, and that's how you get a nice consistent press every single time. So whether you buy it from online or in a store, it's going to be the same holster, the same fit every single time.
All right, we're 8.5 minutes in. Tell people where to find you at.
You can find us at candgholsters.com.
Yep. At Instagram.
Instagram is at CNG Arms. Same with X, and then our Facebook is